my esteemed colleagues, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice M.R. Shah, judges of the Supreme Court of India, Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Odisha, all the learned judges of the Odisha High Court, the learned Advocate General for State of Odisha, learned Additional Assistant Solicitor General, all the other dignitaries who are present today, all the judicial officers who are present in large number, those who are connected through online mode, ladies and gentlemen. I was brought up in the chambers where long hours in library trying to locate adequate sort of commentaries, then glance through those commentaries, find the case law in physical form, or if the adequate amount or the concerned case was not available, then go to the libraries like Indian Law Institute, hunt for such cases, then take photocopies and present it to our learned senior. So brought up in that tradition, I had imbibed in myself the culture of looking up the books, looking up the case law in physical form. 10 years back, I appeared in a court in Delhi High Court where, consistent with that practice, consistent with that style, I was carrying 10 books, 3 or 4 volumes of paper book, and the judge across was having just a screen in front of him. Yes, you have guessed it very well, who the judge was. I felt like a man from ancient sort of, folklore who was present before a modern person. And whatever I was, I thought perhaps I think his case file may have only the case papers. So therefore, the citations that I was going to place before the court, perhaps he may require assistance from the librarian. The moment I gave the citation, it was there, and he would say, look at para so and so, so and so. So that's the advantage of technology. Justice M.R. Shah confesses that he has now graduated under the mentorship of Dr. Justice Chandrachud. I can't claim that. I may still be in the nursery school as compared to these two gentlemen. But the advantages of technology are here for us to not only witness, but to assimilate in our lifestyle. As the learned speaker said, that today the India Post is, whether there was a fear whether it is going to be an extinct office. Emails and every technological advantage has virtually eliminated telegrams, has eliminated postcards, has eliminated various forms of written communication. As a child, I was told that one of the reasons why the ancient knowledge which this country was full of could not be passed down the generations, the reason was that every scripture, every mode of knowledge was actually mukhodgat and used to be passed down the generations through persons who were well versed in that. That's why some of the surnames that we carry are Tripathi, that who could memorize everything in 3 recitations. So that was the source of knowledge, or the line to disseminate and pass the knowledge down the generations. The invention of paper put the modern Western world to a distinctly advantageous situation as compared to our country. Now the clock is going in a different direction. Now we are trying to eliminate paperwork. The advantages are many. My previous speakers have adverted to every one of them. There's no point in repeating that. This COVID-19 pandemic situation has taught us to adapt ourselves, to change ourselves, to modernize ourselves, to modulate ourselves. Before that, I could never imagine that there could be filing from a small town in Tiruchirappalli and the papers could be filed straight away in Supreme Court. Perhaps the physical filing would require the gentleman concerned to travel down to Delhi and then file the papers. That technological advantage and advancement has made it very, very easy. On my last visit to this place, I saw the kind of work which was going on and perhaps which is still going on in converting the entire physical record into digitized form. Scanning processes, I could see that, which was going on with great earnestness. Normally in every court, the underbelly of the court is the record room. Have you ever visited that record room? It can be full of rat, mice, anything. And perhaps I think it's so physically maybe a torture for somebody who is in the job of a record keeper, who takes out those records and brings them back to the court. It is that underbelly which is now getting a different shape. My last visit showed me that how the records can be kept, can be maintained. And about few weeks back, when Dr. Justice Muralidhar told me that they are now going to have paperless courts in 30 districts of Odisha, I said, this man has done it again. Great advancement. Sincere wish that this gets repeated everywhere. I have seen as NALSA chairperson the advantages of technology. Rather than calling every person to have a physical meeting in Delhi or any other place, I could get communicated. I could be in touch with so many persons at a time through the click of a mouse and having Zoom sessions. Some of the persons at the other end were Justice Jaswant Singh, Justice Talapatra. So these are the advantages without wastage of time, energy, money, and other things. You can be in touch. Similarly, paperless courts is again another advancement in that direction. We will have clean environment, easy accessibility, good communication techniques. The advantages are numerous. Apart from one singular advantage that we will not be doing any tree felling for the purposes of cellulose production. So my good wishes to all of you. And what was most striking was that Justice Muralidhar told me that this is all it was all voluntary. It was not something which was made by way of compulsion. And he said that all the judicial officers working in the districts, they came up, they showed that willingness to go through this paperless technology and would like to adapt themselves to this entirely new concept. Of course, as youngsters, we have been looking into e-libraries like e-modules, SCC online, but to adopt it as a regular substitute for court work, is something great. All of you deserve congratulations. Above all, High Court of Orissa for showing us new direction, new light. I wish this gets replicated, repeated everywhere. Thank you. Thank you so much.